Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I am talking about how not to re-tox after your detox. I know a lot of you have been asking about this, and it is a really important part of this process. You have worked so hard to get here that you don't just want to forget everything you've learned and go back to the way things were before, because most of you are feeling really awesome already and you want to keep this up, knowing that you are looking after your health, looking after your body. So first of all, there's a couple things that I would like you to take some time to write down. And I want you to write down how you're feeling now versus how you were feeling before. So have a piece of paper with 2 columns. And this is just going to be something that you're going to post somewhere visibly for a while as a reminder. What you were noticing, how you were feeling prior to starting the detox, and what you're noticing and how you're feeling now. And as part of that process, I want to thank Lisa Warner for this. She was talking to me about how she was really clear on her why when she started this program and her intention. And I want to invite all of you to tap back into that. We talked about the why a little bit at the beginning, but I didn't have you write anything down, and maybe I should have. Why did you do this? Because when you come back to that why, as a reminder, when things feel tough or making the right decision can feel tough, when you come back to that why each time, it makes it easier. And the more you do this, the more everything becomes a habit. The more you shift the way that you eat into a new way of eating and stay there, the more you let go of that old way of eating. And as I said, everything becomes a choice, that you start to learn how different foods make you feel, and you can choose, do I want to feel that way? And depending what you have going the next day or later that day, it might be okay to have that, because you've got the space to be able to, be uncomfortable or maybe have some brain fog or whatever, but you're not going to do it all the time. So why did you step into doing this program with me at this time this year? Have that alongside how you are now feeling, and post that somewhere. Maybe it's on your bathroom mirror, maybe it's on your, by your bedside table, so you see that every morning when you get up. Maybe it's front and center on your refrigerator. And here's the interesting thing, is after a while, you'll no longer see it, because the brain saves energy by only noticing what's different. So you might need to move that around a little bit in the first month to different places so the eye keeps catching it, and that you can keep reading it as a reminder for not retoxing after your detox. So I'm going to remind you of a lot of tools that you have that I want you to keep using. And there's another document that I'm going to be adding in. I'll just make a how not to retox after your detox unit that you can go into to grab these. So first of all, in our very first session, we talked about the 4-day energy experiment. And I know with starting the detox, you didn't have time to do that, but I really want to invite you, when you finish your detox, the first thing you're going to do is do your 4-day energy experiment, and then post in the group what you learned from that. What type of protein does your body truly like? And connect that to the blood type theory document that I gave you and the metabolic type theory, and see what makes the most sense for you. And really, you are listening to your body. If you're confused after doing any of that, then reach out. Let's have a chat about that. But do that 4-day energy experiment, because when you understand the type of protein that your body needs, that's a really great starting point for moving forward. That way, I know that you're never going to end up deciding that you have to be vegan if you already know that your body needs animal protein, right? Or the opposite way around, right? If you know your body does better on plant protein and you've tested that, but you've always eaten animal protein, maybe you're going to be mentally better able to let go of some of that animal protein. Or maybe your body does well on a blend of both. And so you're just making sure you're getting some plant protein and some animal protein at each meal. So that's your first step. So your 4 days after this, detox is over, do that experiment and type your answers into the Facebook group. Secondly, I will be posting a document called the Sensitive Gut Guide, and I'll put that in the group. And coming off the detox, it has a broader range of foods than what you've been eating on the detox, but it's not fully opening the doors to you yet. And so you might want to add in a few things that are on this sensitive gut guide that you haven't been having so far, and just keep eating mindfully and carefully as you start to reintroduce new things. But you're not suddenly going to go back straight to, even 2 meals in 2 days that are fried foods or fast foods, etc. So this starts to open the door slowly, and it's actually a really great way to eat overall. You'll see at the bottom, it'll say like after 6 weeks, you can introduce more vegetables and da, da, da. This is really for somebody that has real gut issues and is on a protocol. So if you don't have gut issues, you can just start eating everything there and not worry about those timelines. But if you do have gut issues, and I know some of you do, then do adhere to those timelines. The other thing I'm going to post in the group is something called the Clean Eating Guide. And it's a recipe book from another program that I have that is very much aligned with coming off this detox and introducing more foods, but it's still keeping your eating habits really clean. And so it's a bunch more recipes. And so I will post that in the group for you as well. So I'm hoping that between the two, it gives you some room to play while still making really good choices around good nutrition and nutrient dense meals that are going to have you still feeling awesome. You also have, that I've posted in the group, the high quality foods list, which I posted in week 3, I believe. So how to choose high quality foods, what qualifies as high quality foods. There's also a section on there that's talking about fats and oils and the ones that you want to avoid. So use that document, get familiar with it. And there's the Dirty Dozen Clean 15 list, which I posted in week 1, as well as the magic snacks, which I posted, I believe it was in week 3. So some healthy snacks that you can be having through the day that may be better options than what you've been having before. I also really invite you to listen to the podcast that I posted yesterday in the group about the #1 cause for cardiovascular disease and cancer. And it just talks about processed foods. And so understanding that and the impact that processed foods also helps you ensure that you're living that 80-20 rule, and that it's not, a processed muffin or breakfast bar every single day to start your day. And that if you're having something like that, that it really is more of a treat because of the other ingredients that are in it that are damaging to all of the work that you've just done. So continue listening to your body. You're all getting really good at that. Your body talks to you, and if you fall off, if you make a choice that isn't the right choice, or you make a choice and then you regret it later because your body's talking to you, that's awesome. As long as you take that as a learning experience, recognize that, connect the dots so that the next time around you're facing a similar decision around foods, you're going to remember, this is how it made me feel last time. I'm not going to choose that because I don't want to feel that way. When you just take that little moment to check in with yourself, you can learn so much. And the other time to check in is not only when you're making a decision around eating food, but that check-in 2 hours after eating. So when digestion should really be pretty much finished, how are you feeling? Are you still feeling bogged down? Because that's an indication that maybe you ate a little bit too much, or maybe the food that you ate, your body doesn't love and has a harder time digesting. And so then that's the thought to go, maybe I don't want to eat this all that often because it does bog down my system, which takes energy towards digestion and away from other things that I want to be doing. So don't forget to do, I would recommend continuing with the liquid before lunch for optimal morning energy. So these shakes are multivitamins on steroids, and they are a part of why you are feeling so great right now. So if you can continue with the shakes in order to honor your body and honor your health as your breakfast every day, you don't have to do it as the afternoon snack anymore, but to start your day with that shake is a phenomenal way to start your day. And the reality is when we nail the start of our day, we generally do much better throughout the day because we get good nutrients in, we have good energy, we feel good, we get through to lunchtime. If we've planned and we have a good lunch, we just keep building a good habit on a good habit on a good habit. If we start out the day with something that isn't healthy, that isn't great, we can often use the excuse, well, I've already started my day off badly now, so it doesn't matter. And we write off the whole day. And I don't want that mindset to kick in. When we start out great, then we can more motivated to continue eating well throughout the day because we feel good. So if you can, I definitely recommend continuing to do the shakes. If that's not financially viable for you, and I know for Australia and Canada, there's a lot higher shipping costs there, then I highly recommend that you get a really good multivitamin so that you are getting all the minerals and vitamins that are in that shake into your body. When we are under stress, when we are living kind of a fast-paced life, we burn through our minerals, we burn through our vitamins, and then our body is functioning from a depleted state. So is it any wonder that you're feeling lethargic and tired and blah, et cetera, et cetera? So we need to get these minerals back into our body, and that shake has done that for you for the last 3 weeks, and now you want to continue that. So if you're wanting options to the shake, then reach out to me and we can talk about good quality multivitamins for you and potentially some other shakes or shake recipes that I can share with you that you can make at home with some options. And I will include shake recipes that include this shake, but there are some options for those of you that maybe can't do this shake. So please reach out. Then do check-ins before your meals. Remember, you need to be eating in your rest and digest state. So don't let that go. Don't get back to the hurried eating on the run, etc., devouring your meals in 3 to 5 minutes, because that is going to potentially leave your gut feeling bogged down simply because you just packed too much food in too little time and your body wasn't even switched on. Drink your solids, chew your liquids, always remember that, and then use the hunger fullness scale. So those are lots of tools that you have to use now that will guide you through this process, along with several more recipes that I'll be sharing and posting in the group for you. And then the next steps are, I will be posting the 1-day reset program into the group. You probably have some shake powder left over anyway, but if you're buying more, do the 1-day reset, which is 3 shakes. So your breakfast, your lunch, and your afternoon, and then you actually have dinner that night, which is really interesting because for the last however long I've been doing this, I just took the 1-day reset to be 4 shakes all day, and that's what I did. But there is actually the dinner option, or you can do it like I do and just not do dinner either. Do 4 shakes through the day, and then the next day you would have you would eat at lunchtime. So there's a document there that I will post. There is then quarterly, we do want to continue detoxing because these toxins are always coming in. So if this is your first detox in a long time, if it's your first detox ever, you've just released a lot of toxins through this process. And we need to keep the toxins that are coming in going back out. So it's recommended that you do a 7-day detox every 3 months moving forward, using this whole program. So using the supplements as well as the shake. I'd also love for all of you, as I've said, to do your detox quiz again the morning after you finish day 21 or the evening of day 21, just to see what your score is. Because ideally, we want your score down around a 10. And all of you started at different scores. And I'm sure all of your scores are going to drop quite significantly. But if there's still, above a 20, then I would recommend the next time you do this in 3 months that you actually do another 3-week detox. And then the next time after that, you should be good to go with a 7-day detox every quarter moving forward. And so mark these in your calendar, and mark them in your calendar now as part of that, of your why, that you didn't just do this once and then to stop all of this good work. You've done this, you've started a process of being able to optimize your health and know how to truly fuel and feed your body in a way that your body wants to be fueled and fed. And getting the toxins out is such a critical piece of that, not only for energy and for feeling awesome, but also as major, major prevention against future disease starting within your body, because it's very often toxins that are triggering disease. And so when you keep them out and you keep getting them out, you are limiting that future for yourself, which we all want. Nobody wakes up wanting to be diagnosed with disease. So what you are doing is helping prevent that for yourself, which is awesome. But it's not just a one time and then you don't have to ever do it again. The toxins haven't gone anywhere. They're still coming in. And so you need to keep doing this. So put it in your calendar every 3 months. And then I've talked about the daily shake and continuing that. And I know some of you were also asking, what else can you be doing? So you're going to detox every 3 months, but what about in between? You're going to be doing all the things I've talked about, great recipes, et cetera, but how else can you support your body? Through Equilife, there's a different daily protocols that have been created for optimizing your health. So I recommend level 2 daily protocol, which includes 2 tubs of the daily shake, which is what you need for the month, as well as a daily fruit and vegetable blend, which you can get in capsules or a powder. This is giving you the benefits of 22 different fruits and vegetables into your diet every single day that our body needs. So between those two, you're getting the best of whole plant food diet plus the best of functional medicine research in terms of that daily shake. And the reason that we're needing more fruit and vegetable in our diet is the fact that our soils are so depleted these days. And back in the 1930s and 40s, somebody could eat 1 orange. I think I've told you this before. And now today, for us to get the same nutrient value from that orange, we need 9. 9. And who eats 9 oranges in one setting? Nobody. So it's just so much harder for us to get the nutrients that we need to function at optimal levels through our food, and we do need to supplement. When you use a fruit and vegetable blend powder like this, you can just drink it down, you can add it to water, however you want to do it, shake it up. I have some recipes that you can make with that as well. And you know that you are giving your body everything it needs from all the vitamins, minerals, nutrients, antioxidants, et cetera, and getting it into your body in a way that it's really easy for your body to absorb. This also includes an omega-3. We've talked about omega-3s through this process and how so many people are deficient, how beneficial they are in terms of reducing inflammation in the body, and how easy it is for our omega-3s and omega-6s to be out of balance. So having this every day will help bring your body back into balance. And then lastly, a probiotic to help promote gut health, because we know so many of our diseases today are all starting in the gut. And you've just done a massive in-house clean, and you now have the ability to start being really proactive and keep that gut healthy. So that's an option for you. There is the level 1 protocol, which doesn't include the omega-3, but I think that's super important. And then there is a level 3 daily protocol, which adds in digestive enzymes, which if you don't have gut issues, I would suggest you probably don't need the digestive enzymes at this point in time. If you do have gut issues, and again, I know there are a few of you that are, they may be beneficial just to help with absorption, but we're going to be having individual conversations. So for those of you that know gut issues and we're not set up for individual conversations, I recommend the level 2 protocol is the best way to go. Again, if you're in Canada, interested in any of this and want to discuss more what the options are here, then please reach out, let me know, and we can have those conversations. So I hope that that's good information and helpful for you. And then the last piece of it are the other supplements that we did talk about. I think it was in session 2. So magnesium, you want a good broad spectrum one that includes citrate, glycinate, malate. Vitamin D, about 4,000 IU's per day, which is 4 drops if you have a liquid. And I do recommend a liquid over the little capsules, only because the liquid just seems to last way longer when you just do 4 drops in your mouth versus taking 4 little capsules of 1,000 IU. You go through that bottle pretty quickly. And vitamin D it's not expensive, but it just makes more sense, I think, to do the liquid. And then vitamin C, really good quality vitamin C, ascorbic acid, and then zinc. You don't necessarily need to do the zinc all year round, but during COVID, I do recommend it, as well as just seasonally through winter months when you are more likely to be exposed to different viruses. It just helps boost your immune system a lot. And so it's something great to add in at least over the winter months. So I will put this document into the group for you so that you can all read it and see it. And if you have any questions, please reach out. I am still here to support you. For any of you that are wondering about, do I have food intolerances and any concerns around that? It is something that we can absolutely lab test for. And if that's of interest, let me know. The labs are on sale this week, so that does make a difference. You might want to just reach out about that, because as you start reintroducing foods, your body will talk to you. And sometimes if you're a person that has quite a few different foods that your body isn't liking or that you have concerns about from previously, it is really helpful to just know where your body is at, what foods it likes, what foods it doesn't like, so that you can avoid the ones that it doesn't like for now, give the body, the gut, the chance to heal, inflammation levels to come down, and then start reintroducing one at a time, knowing that that's a food that your body didn't like for sure, and then noticing how it feels, rather than just randomly introducing things, even using the clean guide and then running into problems. So if you think that is you, then please reach out so we can talk about that further. But for most of you, based on how you've done and what I know about your health before you came into this, you didn't really have a whole lot of food intolerance issues. You should be fine to just stick with the sensitive gut guide, the clean eating guide, and of course, the detox recipes are yours forever as well. You all love them and you can keep eating them. So you have lots of resources to work with. And I wish you the very best. Please stay connected. I've connected all of your emails so you can connect to each other. You can still use the group and reach out to me whenever you have questions, concerns, or would like to discuss working on any other aspect of your health. So take care, stay healthy, be safe, and remember, health is your true wealth. You are worth it. Stay on the path.